FP family. My name is Pastor Rudolph Oswani, and today we've got a really interesting topic: 5 reasons why he won't commit. Have you ever wondered why it seems as if your relationship or whatever is going on is not graduating to the next level? For some reason, there is just no commitment coming from this man or for this brother. So today we're going to decipher all that. Hear it coming from me, a man. I'm going to give you 5 reasons, and I'm also going to give you what you need to do as a woman to make sure that you equip yourself with knowledge that makes sure that you don't find yourself in a rut or fixed in a place you don't want to be. So please stay tuned. We'll see you soon. So, reason number one, it's going to hit you and it's going to hit you a little bit hard, but hey, it is the truth and you need to know it. He's just not that into you. So, as a woman, one of the things that you have to do is make sure that you are with a man whose heart is sold out for you. Why is that important for you to know? Men have the ability to separate themselves from their emotions. What they are doing at times can be completely void of their emotions, their hearts, if I can put it that way. So it's very important that when a man comes to you, he has to be sold out for you. So what a man who is not that into you will do, the signs are that he will do a lot of breadcrumbing. And as a woman, if you don't know, you will fall into what is called, or what we call, the pigeon syndrome. Ever noticed how you can keep a pigeon close by simply throwing breadcrumbs, a little bit of attention, a little like here and there on your posts, a little comment here. He just wants to throw enough attention to keep you close, but he's not that into you for him to actually make a commitment. So, as a woman, make sure that you are aware of a man who wants to string you along, who wants you to accompany him without actually giving you the commitment that you deserve as a woman. So, that is number one. Number two, he does not see a future with you. Remember that as men, we live in the future. We're always thinking about 5 years from now, 10 years from now. So we live in the future. So it means that it doesn't take long for a man to be able to see a future with you in it. It doesn't take long. So if you see a situation where so many years have gone by and a man seems to be just dilly-dallying, he's neither here nor there. It is because, one of the reasons is because he doesn't see a future with you. So remember that a man cannot see in 3 years what he fails to see in 1 year. So many of the times as a woman, at times a man will even tell you that, I really can't see a future with you. And unfortunately, as a woman, you don't hear that. You begin to hear, so how can I fix myself? How can we address this? What do I need to change? But as a woman, one thing that you really need to make sure that you do is take a man for his word. Men carry a lot of weight with their words. Why? Because God gave us his word in the beginning. So we carry a lot of weight with our words. So if a man tells you that he doesn't see a future with you, if a man tells you these words, take him for his word. Don't try and push yourself on him. Don't try and fix things. Take him for his word. So he doesn't see a future with you. And remember, if a man does not see a future with you in mind, that's okay. It doesn't mean that there is something wrong with you. It simply means that for him, he's seeing his future. And for some reason, you are not what he is picturing. Remember that the definition that we're going to use for commitment for the sake of this video is the promise of a future with you and with your best intentions in mind. So if he cannot promise you a future that has you in it and that has your best interest at heart, trust me, you don't want to find yourself there for long. It's okay. Why? Because there will come a man who will give you that promise, and it will be a promise with you, and it will have your best interest at heart every step of the way. He will show that commitment. All right, so reason number 3, he's already in a committed relationship. He's already in a commitment. So it will be very difficult for him to also commit to you. And this usually happens, unfortunately, within the church circles. Why? Because his conviction will not allow him to date more than one woman. But at the same time, he likes you, but he doesn't really want to tell you that I'm in a relationship. So he basically keeps you around, For some reason, your presence is convenient to him in one way or the other. So do not fall into the mistake of being someone's convenience, where he will only reach out when he's feeling low, when he's fighting with his girlfriend. He will text you, "Hi, how are you doing?" Those awkward texts in the middle of the night from nowhere, simply because he's already in a relationship. And so he cannot fully commit. He cannot give you his heart. He cannot give you his time. He cannot give you all his energy. But you want a man who will be yours. Why? Because he sees you for him and him for you. So what he wants is to be in a relationship with you and not anyone else. So sometimes there will be telltale signs where he can't keep his promises. He'll say that he wants to meet up with you. All of a sudden, he changes and says something came up. You will be able to tell, and guess what? As a woman, this is one of your strengths, your intuition. Something actually tells you that this brother right here, he's up to no good. I think that, he's in a relationship already. Make sure that you listen to that intuition. Sometimes it's actually the Holy Spirit that is depositing stuff on the inside of you. So pay attention. Maybe he's already in a committed relationship. All right. So the other reason is the fact that he is enjoying the status quo. He's enjoying the space where your relationship is already in. So there's no reason for him to want more. One of the reasons why this happens is because he is enjoying now the benefits that he would enjoy at the next level. So in other words, you are giving him husband benefits, and yet he's currently occupying the role of a boyfriend. So there are certain things that are only meant for someone you are in a committed relationship with. Before he actually gives you that commitment, why are you doing all those things? Why are you going to wash his clothes? Why are you buying him all these expensive gifts? Why are you coming to wash curtains and clean up his house? You are giving him all these benefits. Remember, benefits, even when we're talking about it in the space of a workplace, benefits come as a result of responsibility. No one gives you benefits for the sake of you being there. You showing up at work, then they say, we're going to give you benefits. No, there's responsibility that has to be attached to that. So if there is no responsibility, if you're not in a committed relationship, why is he receiving benefits of a boyfriend? Or if he's a boyfriend now, why is he receiving benefits that only a husband is meant to enjoy? As long as he is enjoying now what he feels that the next level is what I was meant to enjoy this at the next level, but I'm already enjoying this, he will stay there. Why? Because it means there's less work for him. It means that he doesn't have to do much for him to enjoy the full package. So as a woman, make sure that you do not keep a man comfortable with the status quo by refusing him, the responsibility of what he needs to do in order for him to enjoy the next level. All right, so the very last reason is the fact that he is not ready. He is not ready for one reason or the other. There are 1,000 reasons why he could not be ready. Maybe there are some goals that he's pursuing and he doesn't want to actually get into a relationship right now. There are so many reasons. It could be healing from a previous relationship. He is just not ready. And most of the times, as men, we will actually communicate that I don't feel as if I'm ready. So you need to take him at his word, like we already spoke about. Make sure that if a man is not ready for whatever reason, don't push him. Don't say that, but I will make him ready. When I show up, he will become ready. No, if he's not ready for whatever reason, don't then allow yourself to get entangled in this space where he will begin to use you as an experiment for his healing, an experiment for his lack of preparedness. If he is ready, guess what? He will show up, and he will show up guns blazing. Hey, how are you doing? What's your name? I want to get to know you. From there, I want to be in a relationship with you. From there, there is progression in that relationship. And remember, commitment is not only about asking you out, but commitment is also about the future. Remember, we spoke about that. So there has to be progression, one level to the other. And whenever there is stagnation as well, there is a problem there. So the last thing that we would need to talk about is, now that you know these 5 reasons, what do you need to do as a woman? So the first thing you need to do is pace yourself. Women, you already know what you would want, your future to look like in terms of your relationship. So it's very easy for you to want to move very quickly even before there is commitment. So as a woman, always pace yourself. Only move, only take that step forward when there is commitment. So many times there are assumptions. Maybe he's showing you that he likes you, but as long as he has not uttered words of commitment, you need to pace yourself. You need to position yourself without necessarily acting as if there's already a commitment. So in other words, don't blow things up out of proportion. Don't build castles as a result of maybe a simple text, maybe a simple hi, maybe a simple gesture of kindness that he would have done. Make sure that you pace yourself and you only move forward as a result of there having been commitment. That's very important. And the other thing is the fact that you need to make sure that you set boundaries. You are the one that has to give this man the responsibility of knowing what he's doing when he's approaching you. So don't be afraid to ask the important questions. So what are your intentions with me? Where do you see our relationship going? So many times women think that these are the kind of questions that will drive a man away, but trust me, it will only drive the wrong man away. The man who is really interested in you and interested in a future with you, one who wants to commit to you, he will not be afraid to answer these questions. Why? Because there are things that he's already thinking about as well. And guess what? As men, we function best within those boundaries. When a man knows that this is the football pitch, this is where the goalposts are, trust me, then you will see how special a player Ronaldo is, or Messi is, or whoever is. So as long as a man is coming to you and is showing interest in you, make sure that you are very specific about asking him those very important questions, so that a man doesn't string you along, so that he doesn't just keep you around for the sake of convenience. And number 3, remember that no one will determine your value for you. As a woman, you need to be the one who determines your value. Picture it this way. Imagine you walk into a shop and you find something that is on promotion. Have you ever heard of a situation where someone says that, okay, so this shirt is on sale, but guess what? I don't want to pay the sale price. I want to pay the original price. No one will actually determine value for you. So as a woman, make sure that as a man is approaching you, he needs to know your value. He needs to know your worth, and you need to communicate that to you. The man has to know that you're not the kind of woman that he just goes on dates with over and over again, and yet there is no commitment. The man has to know that you're not the kind of woman who has so much time to waste. If he's not ready, it's fine. You are not ready. But then don't bring your confusion to me. Stay in your lane and I'll stay in my lane. When you are ready, my brother, guess what? You know where to find me. So make sure that you set that value. Trust me, women. As long as you don't set that value for yourself, a man will come and impose whatever value he thinks you have. That might actually be way lower than what you see yourself. And the moment you get entangled in that situation, before you know it, you are the one who will have dropped your bar to his level of expectation. But you need to know that you have value as a woman, and make sure that you communicate that always from the get-go, and you continuously communicate that as well. As a man, trust me, the right man will not be intimidated by that, but he will actually be encouraged, and he will actually get his act together. Even if he was planning to play games, he will get his act together and do the right thing as a result of his commitment to you. Look, I hope that this video has really helped. Speaking from a man's perspective, trust me, I know these things. I've seen these things over and over again, and I hope that you will actually pay attention, take time to really consider the things that we have spoken about today. So remember, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit that notification button so that every time LFB releases a new video, you will be notified. And if you're on Facebook, please make sure that you share as well this content, because I know that a lot of women need to hear this and they'll surely be equipped in order to thrive in their relationships. So the next time you see me, most likely Mrs. P will be with me. I know maybe you're saying, but where is she? Trust me, she's around somewhere. And most likely the next video will be together. So until we see each other again, we love you so much.